Why, hey there, guys. How's it going? Sloppy here. Just admiring what I built last time. I'm back from my vacation. I don't have a ton of time to record today. The server is bumping right now. We got 4 people online. Yeah, I'm really admiring this place. I think it looks good. I think it looks really good. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. I really like this room. You guys seem to really like it. Thank you for all the kind comments on the last video. You guys were very nice about this room, which is really cool. And a few people mentioned the game looks a little bit weird. And I agree. I don't know. I find the higher graphic settings I have, almost the fuzzier the distance seems to be for me in this game. And I don't know if we finished up a cosmic chapel in the future city. That sounds really neat. We'll go check that out in just a second. I don't know if that's something that you guys see as well, but I find like the distance quite sort of blurry compared to normal. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. Anyway, last time we finished this, I think it looks really good. It came together. I think it's really neat. You know, it's not really a build that does anything. It's just here to fill space for when you come to the PvP arena. But I think it's really cool. I do want to work on this area, but I do want to take a little bit of a break from this area. I've been spending a lot of time over here the past few episodes, and you know, I like to switch it up. But we still got plenty of work on this project. We have to finish the actual front of the castle and this little garden area with the walls. And then this place is pretty well done. We could start using it, having some fun. It should be a really good time. Anyway, let's head over to the future city because, well, why not? Popped over to spawn on my way to the future city, and there is a beacon. Interesting. Now, I have nothing to do with this beacon. I believe I was blamed in the Discord, but this is not my beacon. This is not my doing. But I will investigate. Okay, there's a snowman, and I'm in lava. Steampunk Dino. Steampunk Dino. Making traps at spawn, huh? Display room. This is actually, I love this. This white brick is gorgeous with the white brick wall. It's like a little nice little room. Display room. Interesting. Interesting. It's cool. It's cool. Oh, that's the lights. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Cool little display room at spawn. Not sure if that was by design or I just had a glitch that sent me into this room. But that's cool. Future City is actually where we're going. So this works out pretty nicely. Anyway, I wanted to briefly, I wanted to tell you guys this fun story. If you guys didn't know, this past weekend, I went on vacation into about 3 hours north of Montreal. We decided to go camping. And, you know, it was a risk because Canada is not warm during the winter, or the spring, or the fall, or most of the summer. It's just not a warm place. Montreal is not a warm place. 3 hours north of Montreal is not a warm place. But it was supposed to be a nice weekend when we booked this trip. It was not a nice weekend. It rained every day. It was an average of maybe 7 degrees Celsius. It hailed a few times. It snowed on us during the night. It was, all in all, a terrible weekend to go camping. Wow, a lot has been built over this past weekend. Wowzers. Wowzers. It was a terrible weekend to go camping, but I saw a pack of wolves, so it made the entire weekend worth it. I was standing. This was actually kind of weird. We were hiking this trail, and we come around, and there's the lake in front of us, right? It's super picturesque. It's beautiful. We're all looking at it, and somebody shouts, "Oh, look, it's a moose!" And it was the classic photo of a moose drinking from water. Like, it was like, oh, that's crazy. And then that night, we camped on the edge of this little lake. This is probably the most boring story ever. But we camped on the edge of this little lake. Wow, whoever's building this middle thing, wowzers. Anyway, we're camped on the edge of this little lake. The same lake we saw the moose. And that night, maybe 2 a.m. or so, I got up because I had to relieve myself because I had been drinking adult beverages. So anyway, I woke up and I go outside and there's an entire pack of wolves. There's 3-ish, like bigger wolves, and then 3 sort of smaller wolves that I assume were maybe like a year old. They were big enough that they weren't like puppies, but not quite fully grown. And they're all just sitting at the edge of the water, taking a drink. And it was just so cool. And it made the whole trip worth it, even though the rest of the time was pretty miserable because, you know, the trails were mud. It was really cold. It was wet. People were a little grumpy about it. We actually skipped our last day and went into town and just sort of hung out. But anywho, it was a nice weekend away from technology and nature, and it was pretty cool. Anyway, back to Creativerse. There is a lot of cool stuff happening. This is a really cool area. This is becoming a really, really cool area. Got this gorgeous center thing. We got skyscrapers, we got satellites, we got people digging into the canyons. And this is what I came over here to see because somebody just said they built a futuristic chapel, which sounds really cool. All I could picture, though, is, you know, in Futurama, they start worshipping, like, random television shows. That's immediately what my mind went to, is like, oh, this would be like the Church of Fonzie or something. Anyway, how do I best see this? This is really cool. This is really, really cool. Also, I heard some of the particle effects have been taken out of the game in the last Under the Hood update, which is causing it to run a lot better, which is good because there's a lot of things in this game that have particles that I've always kind of like seeds, for example. I think they don't have particles anymore, which is great because, I mean, who really cares, right? It's seeds. Anywho. This is really cool. Okay, is there a door? This is like the front. Ooh, there's a whole pathway. Okay. Okay, let's, ooh, this is really cool. This, galactic porthole looks really cool as a pathway. Oh, does this hook up all the way down to Ruse Tunnels? I don't know if I should call them Ruse Tunnels so much as just tunnels. Oh, no, this is a, okay. So he's on the ground floor. Cosmic Chapel by Summer Rae and Matthew, I believe are both on right now. Very cool entryway. You guys know I love a good staircase and pathway. Cosmic Chapel. Ooh. Also, who saw Endgame? Wowzers, huh? I'm not going to spoil it or anything. Super cool, though. I thought. I didn't cry. You cried. I might have shed a tear. Don't worry about it. Wow, this is really neat. This is a gorgeous build. I also love that they've sort of mixed a few different block sets. We got diamond roofs, which I didn't realize had this metallic. I didn't realize it had this like metal underpinning. Like it looks like a really cool metal wall. That's really gorgeous. The ladders in the wall, really neat use of textures. Glassic LEDs, galactic LEDs, limestone walls. This is a gorgeous build. Summer Rae and Matthew, really, really gorgeous. Ooh. I might sit here and heal up a little bit. Got this gorgeous view of the place. Wow, what a gorgeous location for it too, eh? Churches, man, always taking the good locations. Anyway, I don't know what's coming up next in this video. I don't really have any ideas for building right now. So I'm just going to, well, to be honest, I'm going to keep wandering around, see if there's any new builds in this area. I don't want to, you know, we're going to do a big tour eventually, so I don't want to spoil everything that's in this area. But I wander around it pretty frequently just to look by myself. Really gorgeous. If you guys are on the server, this is a place to be. It is so cool here. Thought I would show you guys this little build I did, which we'll probably do another one of, I think, at some point in this area. This little build has been connected to the tunnel system. So big shout out, Sloppy's build. That's me. Subway system. What? What's going on here? I just want to show you guys it's been connected to the tunnels, which I was wandering around a little bit. Boy, oh boy, they are really extensive. It's pretty crazy, really. Like, they go all over the place. You can see just how far this one's gone already. I've been sprinting this whole way. It is pretty crazy. Due to an unforeseen cave-in, the subway system is now closed. Oh, this is awkward. Nobody saw me here. Nobody saw me here. How do I get out? Nobody saw me here. They can't punish me. Whew. Escaped. All right. I wanted to briefly talk about Spawn real quick. I know we were over here pretty close. I wanted to briefly talk about Spawn because I've had a few people message me and ask what's going on with it, so I thought I would bring it up. Like, why is so fuzzy, man? Something's driving me crazy, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what that does. I have no idea what that does. Anyway, there's all these settings on computers that I click on and off, and I have no idea what they do. And anyway, I wanted to briefly talk about Spawn. I've been meaning to work on it for quite a while. I think I'm going to start doing some of the things that I've been wanting to do with it. So yeah, there's a few sort of builds I want to have in this area that I think will be really cool, and I just haven't done them because, you know, other stuff has come up, community builds, and this, that, and the other thing. But there's a few things I want to do in this area. All the goo blocks. There's a few things I want to do in this area, and I just wanted to mention, I haven't forgotten about this, and I do want to build over here, and there will be a bit of a community element to building in this area. So stay tuned. But I wanted to ask you guys, the Future City has been really fun. I didn't think it would be as popular as it is. A ton of people have been building over there. There's a lot of amazing builds you guys have seen. And I was curious what you guys think should be the theme for the next community build. It'll probably be another month or so before I do another community build. The idea I always had, though, was to have multiple community builds going on, so somebody can, you know, do a small build in a medieval area, and then a small build in a future city, or do a big build somewhere. And it was sort of to have multiple parts of the world kind of just running all the time, you know, without an end date or anything. But yeah, I was just curious if you guys have any themes for areas that you'd really like to see, because I have a few ideas for the next community build area theme, and I kind of want to get your guys' opinion. So leave a comment down below, because I'd love to hear, because I'm sure there's plenty of themes that are super cool that I have not thought of. Anywho, this is probably going to be a little bit shorter of an episode because I'm going to end it here for today. I know I didn't do much. To be honest, I was fiddling with settings in recording quite a lot today because, well, there were some issues with my computer while I was gone. It's not a big deal, but there was some annoying stuff. Anyway, I think it's all fixed now, but it took kind of a while to get back to where I am. So I'm going to leave you guys here for today. And thank you for watching. Let me know about the next community build theme, because I'm really curious to see what people sort of would like to build in the next one. Anyway, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, all that jazz. I will see you guys later. Ciao. Wow, 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 wow.